Hey guys, what time it is?
It's now time for trailer reactions with writer-director Chucky Montana and the Chucky Montana Dancers.
Oh, hey dude, we're watching the Odyssey. We're reacting to it. There's a new trailer out, and by golly, we gonna watch it. Yes, we have Chucky Montana Dancers that we need to get to, and if we get more subscribers, we're gonna get them in the show one way or another. In the meantime, my name is
Chucky Montana.
I feel rusty. This just came. Oh, Green Band. As a, not to be confused with Red Band. Syncope.
What you remember.
A wife? A son?
And then what?
I don't know.
We won the war.
That is
Help me go home.
Matt Damon. Christopher Nolan.
Household, waiting for master.
Batman. Spider-Man.
Excuse me.
Catwoman.
He's coming back. No, he's not. What would he do if he came back here and find all these suitors in his house?
You're pining for a daddy you didn't even know, like some sniveling bastard.
Who's looking after your wife and son?
Do you see?
My dad is coming home.
Say what?
And again, it's bringing it all.
Oh.
I need everyone at this party dead.
I beg your pardon.
You'll save them.
You're a man who needs to control his fate.
And you are?
But you cannot control this.
That world is gone.
No one could stand between me and home. Not even the gods.
Keep us free!
I think it's asleep.
Dude, this thing is coming up fast, like no tomorrow. I have some reactions to this, but first a word.
This segment is brought to you by Algo. Algo, the algorithm that knows you better than you know yourself, because you're here for a reason.
So yo, I'm telling you, man. So yo, what y'all think first of all before we get into any craziness? Think it looks pretty good. There's a lot of people from DC Universe in here. In MCU. Not gonna lie. The Odyssey is one of the oldest tales in Greek mythology. I used to know a lot about Greek mythology in junior high, but I forgot it all. But it was my jam back in the day. This is from the Homer and the Iliad, or it's just not. I should probably just do a refresher, like just quick refresher on something like this, because this is big stuff. You know what I mean? But I wanted to do a show where I catch up right here live in front of the viewing audience with this thing I call the rabbit hole, y'all. Here are all the technical specifications of this movie, which will hopefully give me my crash course into the Greek mythology tale that we are going to embark on this summer. So the movie is called The Odyssey. July 15, 2026 is the release date. Very, very close to someone's birthday. 0 minutes. I guess there's no running time on this thing. And so it says defy the gods is, I guess, the tagline. Odysseus, the legendary Greek king of Ithaca, embarks on a long and perilous journey home following the Trojan War, chronicling his encounters with mythical beings such as Cyclops, Polyphemus, the Sirens, yes, and the witch goddess Circe, while attempting to reunite with his wife Penelope. I can't friggin' read today. Or in general. I'm wondering if the Odyssey had the thing about Greek mythology, dude, like if you read Greek mythology books, like there's been a million written, and all the stories overlap. Like you can take this story and within it, you'll get the story of friggin' Icarus and his father, I guess Daedalus, and the Minotaur, and you have the story about the kid flying too close to the sun, then crashing into the earth with these wings that I'm just going off track here. And then that story leads into the Minotaur and its maze. And one of the things I've noticed a lot about these Greek mythology stories is that, Medusa never shows up. It's like, Medusa's hardcore, y'all. She's got the hair with the snakes. And if you stare at her, you'll turn into stone. I mean, like, I could see this falling into the Odyssey timeline, or I could be confused with another tale because Medusa's everywhere. Then you have the Pandora's Box storyline, which is also Greek mythology. You have Hercules, the friggin' Superman of Greek mythology, if there ever was one. He's my favorite character. He's my favorite character in Greek mythology. I've always wanted to make I never wanted to make a Greek mythology movie, but it'd be cool to do a really badass Christopher Nolan type style film with Hercules. I would call it the 10 Labors of Hercules or something like that, where it's just basically 10 trials after Hercules does something bad. And I realize this movie has already been done before with The Rock, but it's like a mummy style movie. I don't know. I don't like it. The Mummy with Nicolas Cage. It'd be cooler to do it like Christopher Nolan style or something more grittier. So I can't really go into the. I'm on a tangent. There should be a button that says tangent. Christopher Nolan. So like, what can I say? I guess there's some people that still don't like Christopher Nolan after all this time. Look at this: Interstellar, Dark Knight, Sinners, Inception, Oppenheimer, Dark Knight, Batman Begins. I like how it has Batman versus Superman, but I think he was just producer, if that. I think he told Zack Snyder. He slaps him on the back and he's like, "Good luck with Superman," and he takes off, and he knows that's poison. Superman is a very difficult movie to make because he's freaking Superman. It's like making a movie on Michael Jackson. Okay, how the hell are you gonna do that? It's gonna be very difficult. You have to inject drama. So for the writer, we have Homer, who was born long time ago. Yeah, Homer has a friggin' IMDb. How come you don't? I used to know a little bit more about Homer, but I forgot it all. But I think a lot of his writings is what contributed to a lot of Greek mythology, a lot of the writing that has survived. Oh, you know what? The friggin' answer is right here. Homer is the name of the ascribed ancient Greeks to the semi-legendary author of the two epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, the central works of Greek literature. When he lived is controversial. Okay. Herodotus estimates that Homer lived 400 years before Herodotus' own time, which would place him at around 850 BC, while other ancient sources claim that he lived much nearer to the supposed time of the Trojan War in the early 12th century. The thing about Greek mythology, it mixed in actual events with mythological stuff. So it's very easy to think, oh, wait a minute, the Trojan War is real. Like the Trojan horse thing did happen. It happened in Turkey. What is now Turkey. For modern scholars, the date of Homer refers not to an individual, but to a period when the epics were created. The consensus is that the Iliad and the Odyssey date from around 8th century BC, the Iliad being composed before Odyssey, perhaps by some decades. For example, earlier, the Hesiod, the Iliad being the oldest work of Western literature. I thought it was I thought the oldest work was that other poem about that we're supposed to make a movie on. Sorry, this is longer show than usual. It's just Christopher Nolan and Greek mythology, and I'm just like, I'm not up to snuff right now. But really, I'm trying to remember what that Gilgamesh. I thought that was supposed to be the oldest story, but it says in Western literature. This is the East. I don't know, man. Over the past few decades, some scholars have argued for a 7th century date. Some of those who argue that the Homeric poems developed gradually over a long period of time, give an even later date of composition of the poems. According to Gregory Nagy, for example, they only became fixed texts in the 6th century. The question of the historicity of Homer, the individual, is known as the Homeric question. There's no reliable biographical information handed down from classic antiquity. The poems are generally seen as the culmination of many generations of oral storytelling, in a tradition with a well-developed formulaic system of poetic composition. Some scholars, such as Martin West, claim that Homer is not the name of a historical poet, but a fictitious or constructed name. The formative influence played by the Homeric epics in shaping Greek culture was widely recognized, and Homer was described as the teacher of Greece. Description above is from Wikipedia. So donate to Wikipedia, y'all. Dude, Homer has to be the oldest man to have IMDb credits. Anyway, so I don't know who the screenwriter is. I don't know if it matters. Christopher Nolan, well, he's a writer, but this thing doesn't make it easy for me to find the screenwriter sometimes. A lot of writing is between Christopher Nolan and Homer. Okay, so the screenwriter is not listed unless it's only Christopher Nolan. I don't think he has that kind of time. So who's in this? Let's see all the stars. Matt Damon, Odysseus. Tom Holland, Telemachus. Athena, Zendaya's Athena. Hello. Athena's a very well-known Greek goddess. Anne Hathaway's Penelope. Lupita Nyong''s, I didn't have her character name. Robert Pattinson, Ben Safdie, Charlize Theron. That's awesome. John Bernthal and John Leguizamo. I thought that was him. Just want to see if Jimmy Gonzalez. I'm just seeing if there's any other names that I can see on here. That I can scan, but like Elliot Page. Finally get Elliot Page in a good movie again. Hopefully she does well. He does well. So that's it, y'all. So as you know, green band, this green graphic is for all ages, and if it's red, it's for people over 18, I guess. The trailer, essentially. It's like a rating system for trailers. Like we need a rating system for a trailer, y'all. Here we go.
Tell me what you remember.
I don't remember shit.
The sun.
A Holy Spirit.
And then what?
Oh, dude, that's a Trojan horse.
And then what?
Oh, that's a Trojan horse. That's the city of Troy, I guess the Trojan War.
We won the war.
Burn the mofo down.
Help me go home.
So Odyssey, if you're a screenwriter or a writer or a speculative fiction writer, as writers call it, as novelists call it, we call it science fiction. If you're a filmmaker, Odyssey, I think, I can't define it in front of you right this second, but like the way I define it is where a character leaves home for whatever reason to embark on an adventure, you know, that for whatever reason. And the entire point of the movie is it basically ends when the main character, the hero, returns home. And that to me is like an odyssey. There are a lot of like, you got to hit a lot of bullet points along the way to really make it beyond just a regular story. It has to be epic. Otherwise, it's not an odyssey. But the general rule for me is that he or she has to want to return home, or it. And then they return home, and that to me is like what an odyssey is if I were to just freeform it without actually organizing my thoughts and articulate it a little bit better in writing.
This is a household waiting for master.
It's cool Robert Pattinson is out of the Twilight jail and doing kick-ass movies now. Oh, by the way, I like Christopher Nolan. So,
I want you.
and I like Greek mythology. I just haven't read it since junior high, back when I was reading a bunch of Greek mythology books.
Me.
So I've forgotten like a lot, but I remember a lot. Anne Hathaway, stunning.
Ithaca's king is coming back.
No, he's not.
Wanna bet? It's Cyclops, not the Marvel Cyclops. Wonder where we got that from, Marvel.
What would he do if he came back here and find all these suitors in his house?
You know what's funny about that? John Leguizamo's in that, first of all. But there's this other dude there that looks like Danny Glover, but he turns away. I don't know if it's Danny Glover.
Find all these suitors in his house.
But that's John Leguizamo. Not that dude, but this dude who has his face turned.
You're pining for a daddy you didn't even know, like some sniveling bastard. Who's looking after your wife?
This is that dude.
Like some sniveling bastard. Who's looking after your wife and son?
Do you see?
I'm Matt Damon.
My dad is coming.
Your wife and son.
I love these shots. These are epic.
My dad is coming home.
Bringing vengeance.
He just wants to get home. So if you ever want to write an Odyssey, just have a character leave home, go on a great adventure across the land, and then have him want to come home. And when he returns home, your story's done, son. And that is an Odyssey. So you can make that story as long as you want to until he goes home.
Back
on July 17th. King Arthur's men. Oh, those are giants.
I need everyone at this party dead.
I wonder if there'll be gods in this. Like, I don't imagine this is like a historically accurate film. Like, it's from Greek mythology, or part of it is real, but like, but do you know what I mean? Like, is it just going to be like there's gods and monsters, and well, I did see some monsters already, but are there going to be gods or demigods? I think Hercules was a demigod, I think.
I can still save them.
You're a man who needs to control his fate.
She's a siren. I mean, I don't know.
But you cannot control this.
That world is God.
No one could stand between me and home.
No one.
Not even the gods.
Okay, so there's giants. Maybe there are gods in this. Like, you know what I mean? Well, you see Zeus, Athena's a god, and I just saw a credit for her a minute ago. You saw it. So they will have gods. So that's cool.
Keep us straight!
And that...
And the gods.
Keep us straight!
And that could be Hades down there. I don't know if Hades is his Roman name or Greek name. I think it's Greek. No, it's not Hades. It's Poseidon. There's a god of the sea, and I'm forgetting his name. I think it's Poseidon. They tend to have two names because there's Greek and Roman names. The Odyssey.
I think it's asleep.
Dude, I thought this was gonna be like a December movie, but this thing is like coming out like pretty soon. It's like this summer. Yo, what'd y'all think? Well, final thoughts. I'm stoked. I want to see it. What do you want from me? Will it make money? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. This is a profit wheel, so that means the net. How much will they make net? This thing's loves 420. So it's gonna make 420 million. Is it pass or gas? It's gas, y'all. I'm sorry if you don't like Christopher Nolan. And you know what? I think that's it for me. This is the Q. If you're watching from the future, we just said the Odyssey. Pac-Man is... Dude, there's a friggin' Pac-Man trailer. What am I supposed to do with that? I think it's a teaser. There's Spider Noir. There's a new trailer for that. There's Madden. It's been out for a while, the trailer. I don't even... It might already be out. Released. No, maybe it's not. And then I'm going to do a Mission Impossible sort of review or for their 40th anniversary. That's it for me, y'all. My name is Chucky Montana. Bye-bye for now.
Questions, trailer requests, contact ChuckyMontanaShow@gmail.com.